I am at the Hickory Point Mall in Forsyth, Illinois, which is just basically Decatur. This mall was built in the late 70s, like 78, 79. The original anchors were Bergner's, and then that used to be a Carson Perry Scott, and then sometime in the late 80s, early 90s, it changed over to this Von Mauer that you see here. And then J.C. Penney's used to be down at the other end of the mall. That closed. And then Sears, sometime in the 90s, built a store out here. That closed as well. I think those both closed in the same year. The Penney's is now a Hobby Lobby. And then Kohls, I think that might have been built with the mall. I'm not sure. But also there's junior anchors, as you can see. There's a Ross Dress for Less and an Ulta Beauty. Let's, before I make any judgments about this, I have never been to this mall before. So let's go take a tour of it, and then we'll go from there then. And then I'll come back and wrap it up. Notice the Sears and J.C. Penney's. Okay, I kind of see how some stores aren't doing very well. This is inside of Kohls, and they sell. I mean, who's gonna buy junk like this? Really? I mean, who's gonna buy this? Okay, so we're at the Hobby Lobby. That used to be J.C. Penney's. And we're just gonna walk through the mall now. It was kind of busy, but not as busy as a mall should be. There's some scattered empty spaces. Now I failed to mention that there's another anchor, TJ Maxx, on this end of the mall. See, more empty space. Now this off the wall, I've been seeing these in a lot of malls lately, so I guess these are starting to be dead mall fillers, if you will. A bunch of junk. More empty spots. Another empty spot. Now we're going to be headed down towards the former Sears. Going to be turning right here. Thirsty? Yeah, there's like absolutely nothing on this wing here. Unless you're a mall walker, there's no reason to even come down here. See, that's the Sears. I like these directional signs I saw throughout the mall. Those seem pretty nice. It just seems like the architecture is kind of plain, though. I mean, it's just white. This looks like a hospital or something. I don't know. You got a Journeys, you got a shoe store, and then another shoe store next to it. Shoe department. Been seeing those in a lot of malls lately. That is huge. It's a big shoe store. Wow, that's massive. Coming up on the center court now. Typical Anti-Ans. Notice there's a lot of mix of national and locally owned stores throughout this mall. Now we're coming up to this Von Maur here. Now check this sign out. This is a retro Von Maur sign. They don't even use this in their literature anymore. And it looks like the old Nordstrom's sign too. And it's funny, Von Maur is like a Nordstrom's, but that was a cool find, seeing that Von Maur sign. You know, I'm starting to grow fond of these old Bath and Body Works facades. I mean, they look more like traditional. I mean, this one's white, kind of has a blue awning. A lot of them I've been seeing was like orange, and then you got also the modern looking ones too. I guess I prefer the old ones. Gum, anybody? Another dead mall filler, Hibbett Sports. It's a little busier on this end of the mall than at the other end. This American Eagle, it was not busy. I've walked by there like a couple times scoping the mall out. It's probably on its way out. It's like an old jewelry store turned into a like massage thing. A lot of malls are starting to fill up with these massage parlors. There's a Panda Express up ahead. This Kohls, I walked through the Kohls. I didn't like, the only thing I taped was those silly suits. That Kohls was a mess. A lot of clutter everywhere, unfolded clothes. It was just a complete, utter mess in there. I've never seen a Kohls so messy. Another jewelry store, former jewelry store it looks like. I mean, I'm going to say that this mall is maybe 30 to 40% vacant. But like stores like Ross, TJ Maxx, that shoe department, they take up a lot of space. So they're kind of making up for the lack of smaller stores in the mall. And I was inside of the Ross, and they seem pretty busy. And I'm very glad that these stores open up out into the mall to get traffic in there. I mean, that's what's needed. If you're going to be in a mall, open it up into the mall so that way you'll help yourself too, you know. It's a mall staple, Maurice's. Now here's a big old empty space here. I have no idea what that was. If you know what that was, put it in the comments section. Maybe it was an MC Sports. I'm not sure. We're coming up on the Bergners. So as you may notice, this Bergners, if you've been to Quincy, if you've been to Spring Hill Mall, up by Chicago in the Joliet Mall. These four stores like all look alike as far as the architecture goes, and also kind of the same setup too, with the glass elevator and the way the escalators are set up. So basically, if you've been in this Bergner's, you've been in those other stores basically. And I love this mall entrance too. I mean, I wonder if like that second floor ever opened up or something out into the mall to where you can like look over it. But anyway, driving through Decatur, it's a very, very blue collar area. It's very industrial. So this mall, um, is a this mall kind of follows accordingly. I mean, this is probably going to be tending towards a value-based mall, as you can see with Ross, TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby, those type of stores. Von Maur seems to kind of stick out. It's a very expensive store. And that's going to be the upmarket store for the Decatur area. This Bergner's, I don't know, like if it's, I don't know what the plan is, but it might not be another fine department store. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. My next mall is going to be the White Oaks Mall in Springfield. I'll be posting that probably within the next week or two. And that's in Springfield. So I look forward to posting that. This mall, it was very easy to do. Nobody bothered me or anything. It was a very straightforward mall here. So on that note, God bless you, and I will see you in Springfield.